Mic check two, mic check two. Yeah.
Mic check three, mic check three.
Oh. Lauren Hill, that my first crush. Lauren Hill had it first, but you might come in second. Wait a second, cause it really ain't worth much. Cause I'm still trying to spit at Miss Hill, and she really get me turned up. Pull it till it's burnt up. Damn. Been about 10 goddamn years since I heard from her. Not a fucking word from her. I should probably step the clef and try to find her anything that I could learn from her. You could be my Lauren Bud, you could be my Lil Kim. Heard you got a nigga now, but you ain't really feeling him. Okay, watch me dance. I could bless you, I'm a special finesse. Get the bread like salt and pepper forever. I'm steady reppin' for the less I haven't tried to address it and see that bitch and less the mess to check my resume. Fresher than any nigga that you next to. I'm so reckless, I reckon I made the test like a professor. Get the message now.
Drop that thing for me, girl. Rock that thing for me, girl. Put someone a name for the world. Put someone a name for your girl. Wanna see you drop for me, girl. Girl, so drop that thing for me, girl. Rock that thing for me, girl. Rock that for me, girl. Drop that thing for me, girl.
That's what I'm talking about. What do you want to run first? On the low. Okay. So it's in that order from on the low to they need them as the last one?
No, the order was...
Performing around here is wild because we have a really good mix of like underground house party venues, but also we have some very well established, fuck, I don't know what the word is, but like some real venues too. So we got the Arts Block, we got the Iron Horse, we got the Calvin, we got a lot of different places around here, and it's a really short drive to Boston too. So you see a lot of collaboration of people around Massachusetts. It's not just people in Western Mass. Sticking with people in Western Mass, you see people from the west side of Mass to the east side of Mass, everybody collaborating. It really all just comes back to collaboration. That's the part that I fuck with the most.
That feeling, like when you're on stage, I don't know, like just like this, it's like an adrenaline. It's like a drug. It's like a feeling that you can't get with any drug, and like drugs feel pretty good, but nah. But I'm just saying, like I'm not gonna hate, you know what I'm saying? But there's some certain feeling like when you're killing it. And you took it to a level that you didn't even know you could go to. Like you had like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't even think you could go that hard, and then you're up there and like your boys are up there with you and people are feeling it and people are dancing. Like that to me is like an addictive thing. Like every time I do a show, I low-key get after, like when I get home that night and I'm chilling, I almost get like a withdrawal from the show. Like I'm like sad. I'm like, I want to keep going. Like I want to fucking do it. So you know what I mean? Like I would say that the adrenaline, the rush, just being up there and doing what you love.
I don't know. I mean, I like to think that it's just something you have to experience, because I'll be doing different things depending on like what it is, like whether it's a song or like a performance. But if like I'm feeling it, shit's dope, then we're gonna turn up. I'm trying to have a mosh pit. I'm trying to have it be like a punk show. That's like kind of how I go into everything, is that I want it to be like a metal punk show, but with hip hop, because I fuck with hip hop.
Everybody's hungry, you feel me? Everybody got something to prove. I feel like everybody's hungry, but
Performing is probably my number one favorite thing to do, because I get to connect with all the people, the fans, the venues, and like my people that I come with. We get closer every show, like and that, and I guess making the music, because I spend a lot of time like practicing my craft and perfecting everything, making sure it sounds good. And I guess those two are my favorite things, just creating and performing. Like, what gets better than that, you know?
My name is Syke. I perform under the group Wiki Good. That's my crew.
Delgado, that's a rap name. Real name Dan. Representing Greenfield. Grew up like a block away from here and shit. I live down South Amherst. South side, we outside.
Shit. All right. So my government name, Alejandro Andres Felix Brown. Yeah, go figure. And I'm Dro Brown.
My name's E-Rat from the 4 and 3. My producer name is Rick Rat the Mystic. You can find me on Instagram at just Eric Yell. My birth name, ERICYELLE. No spaces. And yeah, that's who I am.
my name's Melvin. My rap name is Mellow Sav.
So my name's Frankie, and I go by the rap name De La.
Eric Welch is my real name. I go by Ricky, and I'm a rapper, hip-hop singer.
My name is Mr. X, and my real name is Rafael Justin Garcia.
Out here with the trees, man, I'm just trying to watch them grow. Pulling up a potent mace, quaff the raven, nevermore. Feature all the dim lit roads, feature all that gets you home. My feet are melting all the snow, my eyes don't sleep at night, they glow. Feature all the dim lit roads, feet are all that gets you home. My feet just melting all the snow, my guys don't sleep at night, they glow.
I think with hip hop in particular, there is really no boundaries.
There's really this network of people, and it helps with the whole scene altogether. It creates people allowing, somebody might have a show, so they get their friend who's on some of their tracks to come and be a part of their show, and it all just makes the entire scene start to grow. And that's what that's kind of how I got started. It was really just like the love for hip hop.
What I like most, bro, I love that dead ass, like, everybody's mad, like, you can't tell people, like, everybody just believes themselves. Everybody literally is, like, committed this, and I can literally tell, I can see with the passion that we're all, like, doing this shit. This is like we're trying to do this shit as, like, a life and a career, you know what I mean? And nobody's gonna tell anybody differently.
I love the energy, because it's not like there's any industry out here. No one's making money from music. It's just people are doing it for the energy of it, for the culture of it, for the art, for the love, just to spread that compassion, the energy. That's why I do it.
It's a good vibe, no bullshit. Like, everybody's friendly. Everybody's, like, open. Like, it's a way better vibe.
Word, yeah, I definitely feel the same. Like, I feel like more people are genuine out here.
What I like most about this local scene is that all the artists around here are all about building each other up and working together, and like we're all just committed to being the greatest, basically, and it's this great music coming out of here, and they have like our own unique style, and I just love how we're able to come together like this and do shows and open up for great people like Bazaar,
Everybody's very supportive of what you do, no matter what. And that's definitely the part that I like the most about hip hop is the freedom that you have to create whatever you want, but still kind of like hold true to like a genre. At the end of the day, you still have something to claim to.
And just like you build kind of like this Western Mass kind of family kind of thing going on, because I just meet mad people that all know each other and they're all super cool, and it's like accepting of each other's different music and different views.
I think the thing that's unique about the Western Mass hip hop scene, and that's not something that I'm just pulling like off the top of my head, it's something that I've heard from a lot of people around here, is the sense of support that you get when you do anything around here. I've had some dudes coming out from Springfield who have been joining us in my studio, the Mecca, Berniston, Mass. The reason that they come out here, that's like a long way to drive. It's probably like 40-45 minutes to get to from Springfield to Berniston. But the reason they come is the support that they feel, like the love that they feel when they come out and create with homies in Western Mass. It's really not something that you're gonna find anywhere else. Word. This is the crib, this is B-Town. We got shit everywhere, lots of shoes, lots of trash. Ricky's room, just so you can see. Actually, switch up again. You get to see the closet. This is where we keep clothes, like normal people do. We're just normal people. That's all it is. Ain't nothing special. And we got Ricky's room. I'm not gonna show you everybody's place, but bathroom, Lauren. Down the hall is mine, and then this is the studio. And that's really all she wrote.
Studio doing its homework.
Yeah, right. Rose tips, blossomed and my ghost flip, changing like I'm supposed to. It's the reason that I wrote this. Something, 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 and I hold on to these old tricks. That's as far as I got though.
So Wiki Good kind of like originally started as an idea I had in high school. I think it was like 11th grade. I was like doodling and I wanted a rap group because I looked up to like Odd Future kind of and like Outkast and like real groups that like I think groups are like a good piece that artists have because they're all together and like instead of like being solo, you have other people that help you. And so when I was in high school, I wanted to start a rap group, and so I started thinking about Wicked Good, but it didn't even come together until after we graduated. And it was just basically all of my friends who did music or who don't do music, they're like behind the scenes, and we're like, let's just make our friend group a group, and we named it Wicked Good.
I really didn't start listening to hip hop until probably 10th grade. That was when I transferred from Bement to Frontier, a regional high school in South Deerfield. That's where I actually met Ricky and Ian and Winter. And I didn't even meet them until like junior year, probably halfway through the year. So it hasn't been that long. But I started creating electronic music, just making beats on my laptop with Logic Pro. And gradually, like, my homies pulled me into hip hop, and I really enjoyed what we were creating at the time.
My sister had gotten this CD once, and it was like, I don't know what teacher gave it, but track number 8 was "Lose Yourself" by Eminem, and I heard it, and I was just like, yo, if this guy's like, I felt a connection, you feel me? So it's like, I guess you could say Eminem inspired me to rap, become like, at first it started off with like violin and all that, and I guess music and poetry just combined, you feel me? Yeah.
Wow. So 16 years old, I was told I had to make a decision. I was kicked out of the house for not having grades up to Met. So went on a limb, left the state entirely, went to Massachusetts. At the time I was living in Connecticut. Linked up with an artist by the name of Luis Fernandez, aka Louis Go. From there, he took me under his wing, kind of big brothered me. And then I got into the legality of music. So initially, my whole spiel was trademarking, copywriting, you know, making sure the group had agreements that were in motion and that everybody knew what to expect as far as at the end of the show, how payments, you know, were worked out and stuff like that. But the last couple of weeks, I've been more inspired to write and actually sit here and construct thoughts and actually put together projects so that it actually means something. And this is the first time I'm actually taking music to the point where I'm like, you know what? This is who I am.
People like, I'd say David Bowie's an influence for me. I would say John Lennon's an influence. I would say, you know what I mean? So Talking Heads are an influence. You know what I mean? So there's things that aren't even hip hop that would, you know, probably be influenced. But Eminem, Tupac, Kendrick Lamar. I gotta say Drake, and like, I've never really would admit that, but I really think he has, especially on my singing and stuff, like he's an influence, you know. J. Cole, I used to be a huge Tech 9 fan, MF Doom, I was into all that.
Let me catch a vibe right now. Let me catch a vibe right now. Let me catch a vibe right now. Hands in the skies, vibe right now. Like, let me catch a vibe right now. Let me catch a vibe right now. Let me catch a vibe right now. Hands in the sky, vibe right now. Like, vibe right now. Like, I wanna vibe right now. Like, I wanna vibe right now. Like, hands in the sky, vibe right now. Like, I wanna vibe right now. Like, I wanna vibe right now. Like, I wanna vibe like now.
That's the interesting aspect of it, because I'm coming from California. So I've been out in California for about 4 years. And then I was in Texas for a little bit. So I got to see, and in Louisiana, I have a team in Louisiana called Winning Gang. Shout out to Winning Gang. But to see Western Mass basing it off of regional hip hop, it's interesting in the sense that they hold true to originality, but there's certain characteristics in their music that gives them that marketability, that makes it seem as if it's like your typical song, but it's not. And that's what's amazing, and that's what you want. Something that feels like when you're hearing it for the first time, it's something you already heard before, but it's not, because that's something that's natural, it's something that has a certain fluidity to it that you can't capture. A lot of the great songs you listen to have that.
I like to have humor, but then I like to have fun. And you know, message is important too, and I like to mix it up, but I don't want to get too you know, there's enough depressing shit on the news, enough depressing stuff going on. So I'm not scared to just have fun with it and kind of be silly and goofy sometimes. Because if you can't, like, hip hop is supposed to be silly and goofy to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Like Eminem, Lil Wayne, LL Cool J, what anybody you can think of, Big Daddy Kane, they all have fun with it. You know what I mean? They'd have their real message rap, and then they'd have some songs that are about, you know, bitches and cocaine and shit. So
like anytime you hear like some violent shit or whatever, or even like some gun bars, it means in a sense like lyrical, like as a lyrical weapon. Like my music will be like my gun, so it's never like no real shit. It's just metaphor shit.
For me, basically, like I gotta stick to my roots. You know what I mean? Like I definitely believe, like I was a huge hip hop fan before I went into it. So I like have mad respect for just bars and for flow and passion. You know what I mean? Like I don't go up and half-at. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, but I definitely, you know, I like to sing and mix it up. My last EP, I just dropped a tape called the Dead Sea. It's a 5-song EP, all original beats and shit. And that's dropped a few weeks ago. And that, you know what I mean? That's like honestly some R&B type of shit. Like I be singing on a couple songs and all that. So, you know, I guess it's versatility and passion. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to push. Cause I'll be on there like, I'll make a fucking hip hop record, then I'll do some shit that sounds like some fucking punk rock shit. Then I'll do some shit that sounds like some R&B shit. Then I'll do some shit, some reggae style. Can I say shit?
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, I think what's the coolest thing about it is that like there's no other place that sounds like us. You know what I mean? Like you can like it or not. You can not fuck with what we do, but you can't like really compare anybody even like in this room or like Lewis or like Lucas or anybody in Dark World to like anybody else. Like you just can't. I don't know. That's what I think I fuck with, is that it's all mad original. Like God's wisdom. Nobody sounds like God's wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, basically in my life, I just wash dishes here and there. But other than that, when I'm not washing dishes, making the side money, I'm all about music, all about writing, working on the album. You know, building the studio we have at my house we're making right now. Or just you know, making connections, finding people for photos, for art, and just everything is all around music and how I can be better at doing music, you know, and like everything that goes into this, I'm trying to do all at the same time, you know.
You know, I mean, I feel very lucky, you know, connecting with all these great artists and shit. I've learned a lot, yo. These niggas want to make me step my shit up because I'm like, damn, I better go hard, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how it is. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. If it was just like one or two people in the area doing shit, there wouldn't be anybody. People would be, oh, word, that's dope, but there wouldn't be anybody like kind of pushing you to like keep pushing out music and stay dope, and you know what I mean. So I definitely, you know, like all those dudes, all these cats that I work with definitely rub off on me and they motivate me to do better. So, you know.
Damn, bro, trying to get started, I think the biggest struggle is like not thinking about anything else and just focusing on making your music. Because if you think too much about certain things, then like, I don't know, you're gonna fail. Like you're gonna stop making music for the right reasons. Like you only make it because you love to do it, and it only gets benefit when you keep doing it, pretty much, you know.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to be a superstar, like everybody always wants to be. I'm trying to blow up real quick, you know. But I mean, I want to be in the position where I have already had the history of being a successful musician, and I can take my step as an influential person in the world and use like all the connections I have gained and be able to make the world a better place, you know, in any way that's possible, you know. I don't want to, like, I'll do it just for the music, but even after that, I want to go bigger. Like, I don't want to just stop there. Like, I want to help people. You know?
I think it's important for the people who are hip hop enthusiasts or fans to support and share the love, because that's ultimately for the artist. If they don't have the fans, they're not gonna be able to support themselves. So if you like somebody, definitely support them in any way you can. If that's coming out to a show or buying a CD or, you know, telling them that you really appreciate them.
And the fans are dope. The people that come out and support are crazy. That's all I gotta say. Like, I love y'all. Cause that's what makes it possible. Otherwise, I'd just be some dude making music in my house.
Why everybody keeps spreading that love and positivity, because that's what's gonna uplift everybody. It's gonna uplift the human race. You know, everybody's got their differences, but everybody's got their similarities, and that's what we should focus on.
I don't know, if I could make a career out of music, out of hip hop, out of whatever this is going on right now, I would totally do it in a heartbeat. I would have no second guessing. But at the end of the day, I really just like helping people express themselves through whatever creative outlet they choose.
Hundred bands, one night. That's the dream. Can a little nigga dream right? Young bull, but the soul got a big bite. Had a vision, so the victim had to pay the price. That's me and I do everything that I say so. On the road for the pesos, and you ain't involved, so that's case closed. Now you wouldn't understand. Where I'm from, it's for the fam. Everybody in the land taking over, that's the plan. How you do it when you gotta do it to survive? I don't even feel alive, better than living a lie. And I'm in it all the way till I die. I don't even gotta try no more. I'm so high, I got the highest score. So fly, feeling like I'm sore. Living legend, lava in my core. Life's color, different faces every night. Every city I'ma shine. So guilty like I did the crime. All she wanna do is dine and wine. Man, I'm fine, but the world ain't this shit cold. Way too young, but I feel old. Black skin, but I need gold. All this shit from my ego. I will never ever go down, lest I go down in history like what? I will never ever go down, lest I go down in history.